Now we are going to start a new chapter which is statistics. This is the first lesson in paper 2. You need to keep one book for the paper 2 and write it this one. And you already studied about the statistics, and in that we know that we will have three measures of central tendency. What are those? Mean, median and mode. These already you have studied in the previous classes. In the 8th and the 9th classes you learned about what is mean and what is median and what is mode. And now in this session we are going to discuss the mean. Now how do you find the mean? You know that what is meant by the mean? Mean is nothing but the average. We call it as a mean. You can find the mean by using the formula sum of the observations by the total number of observations. By total number of observations. By using this formula you can calculate the mean. If you have given any data you can calculate the mean by using this formula. If you want to find the mean of these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you find? Just you need to add the sum of the observations. So I'll get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 by total number of observations. How many observations are there here? Total 5 observations are there. If you calculate this one, you can find the mean. Now, if you have given a group of data, how do you find the mean? There are three methods to find the mean in case of the group of data. Now we are going to discuss that one. In that, what are those methods? One is the direct method. By using the direct method, you can find the mean of the given data. And similarly, the second one is the assumed mean method, and the third method is the step deviation method. Now, we are going to discuss about the direct method. How do you find the mean by using this direct method? Let us consider some data here. Consider one example. If you have given the class intervals here 10 to 25 and similarly 25 to 40 and after that 40 to 55, next 55 to 70 and 70 to 85 and after that 85 to 100. These are the class intervals you have given, and they have given the frequency. What is the frequency they have given here? 2, 3, 7, 6, 6, 6. These are the frequencies they have given here. You need to find the mean by using the direct method. How do you find the mean by using the direct method? Here, these are the class intervals they have given. That means, in between 10 to 25 marks, 2 students are there who got the marks which is between 10 to 25. Similarly, 3 students are there who got the marks 25 to 40, and 7 students are there who got the marks between 40 to 55. Like that they have given the data. Now you need to find the mean of this given data. If you want to find the mean, there are three methods, and the first method is a direct method. What the direct method states that you can find the mean by using the formula sigma fi xi by sigma of fi. This is the formula we need to use if you want to find the mean. Here, what are these terms? Here this fi is nothing but the frequency, and what is xi? Xi is nothing but the class mark. Now you need to know each term before going to solve this one. What is fi? Fi is nothing but the frequencies of the class interval, and what is xi? Is nothing but the class mark. What is class mark? Class mark is nothing but you need to take the average of the lower limit and the upper limit. So how do you find the class mark? You can find the class mark by using upper limit plus lower limit by 2. By using this formula you can find the xi value. Now you know all the terms here. By using the mean method you can find. By using the direct method you can find the mean by using this formula sigma fi xi by sigma of fi, where fi is nothing but the frequency and xi is nothing but the class mark. You can find the class mark by using the formula upper limit plus lower limit by 2. Now you have given this data. Now you need to find the mean. So what is the given here? These are the class intervals you have given, and the frequency is nothing but fi value we have given. Now you need to find here xi. Right? What is xi? Is nothing but the upper limit plus lower limit by 2. Now calculate it. What you will get here? You know that the lower limit is 10 here and the upper limit is 25. If you add, what you will get? You will get 35. Now lower limit plus upper limit by 2. What is the lower limit, which is 10, and the upper limit, which is 25 by 2? You know that, which is 35 by 2. What is the value of 35 by 2? You know that it is 1, 2 1s are 2 7s are 14, 17.5. Now you got here the class mark, which is 17.5. Now see the next interval here, which is 25 to 40. Now you need to find xi for this range. So add here the lower limit, which is 25, and the upper limit, which is 40 by 2. What you get here? You will get here 4 plus 2, which is 65 by 2. So what you get? 2 3s are 6 and 2 2s are 4.5. 32.5. You got it here, 32.5. Similarly, you can find the x's for the remaining class intervals. Just how do you find the class xi? Is nothing but you have to add the lower limit and the upper limit by 2. Now see the next one. What you will get here? After adding these two one, you will get here 5, 47.5. Directly you can do it by taking the difference of these two numbers. Similarly, what is the next one? You need to find the average, which is 70 plus 55 by 2. What you will get here? 5. 7 plus 5. What is the value of 7 plus 5? 12. 125 by 2. How much you will get here? 2 6 are 12. And similarly 2 2s are 4.5. 62.5. So you are getting here 62.5. Now take the next class interval, which is 70 to 85. So what you get here? Just add it. You will get 70 plus 85. What is the value of 70 plus 85? 5. And what is the value of 8 plus 8, which is 16? So 155 by 2. How much you will get here? 2 7s are 14. And after that again here 2 7s are 14.5, which is 77.5. Similarly, find xi for the next class interval, which is 100 plus 185. What is the value of 100 plus 85, which is 185 by 2? How much you will get? 2 9s are 18, 2 2s are 4.5, which is 92.5. Now we have calculated all the xi. What is the next step? So if you have given a data, what is the first step? You need to find the class mark. How do you find the class mark? Just you need to take the average of the class intervals. That means the upper limit and the lower limit by 2. After that you will get the class marks, and after that you need to find here fi xi. We already calculated xi. What is meant by fi xi is nothing but fi into xi. Now calculate that one, which is the next one, which is fi xi. Now here what are fi? This one, and what is xi? This one. That means you need to multiply these two values. So if you multiply these two values, let us see what you will get here. 17.5 into 2. What is the value of 17.5 into 2? 5 2s are 10. 0 1 17 2s are 34. You will get here 35. Now similarly calculate 32.5 into 3. What you will get? 32.5 into 3. Now I am not doing the calculation. Just you need to multiply these two values and you have to write the answer. Just start writing the answer. What you will get after multiplication? You will get 97.5, and the next one you will get 332.5, and the next one 375.0, and the next one 465.0, and the next one 555.0. These are the values you will get after multiplying fi and xi. What is meant by fi and xi? Just you need to multiply these two values. It indicates that it was f1 x1, f2 x2, f3 x3, f4 x4, like that. It indicates xi. I means it ranges from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we calculated the class marks, and after that we calculated fi xi. Now what we need to find? We need to find here sigma fi xi. What is meant by sigma? Sigma is nothing but the sum of. Here what this symbol indicates, which is nothing but sum of xi. Sum of fi xi. We call this one as sigma fi xi. Now you need to find this one, which indicates here this one is sigma Fi xi. That means you need to add all these values. If you add all these values, at last what you will get here? You will get 1860. All of you know how to add the numbers. So after adding all these numbers, you will get 1860. Now what we need to do? We need to find sigma Fi. Sigma Fi is nothing but the sum of the frequencies. So add the sum of the frequencies here. After adding sum of the frequencies, what you get? 6 is 18. 18 plus which is 10, 20, and after that 6, 6, 12, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. 20 plus 10, which is 30. You will get this value as sigma Fi. Now here what is this value? Which is nothing but sigma Fi xi. So here we calculated here all these values. By using this formula we can find the mean. What is the formula here? X bar is equal to sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi. What is sigma Fi xi is nothing but 1860 by, and what is the value of sigma Fi we got, which is 30. Now this one will get cancelled, and after that here 3 6 are 18, 3 2 are 6. Now you got the mean, which is 62. Again, how do you find the mean? By using the direct method. Here, by using the formula sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi. Here, what are these terms? Fi is nothing but the frequency and xi is nothing but the class mark. That means first you need to find the class mark, and after that you have to multiply frequency and the class mark, and after that you have to take the sum of this one and you can divide it. Now, if you have given these two data, how do you find the class mark? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. After adding these two values and dividing by 2, you are getting these values, and after that you need to multiply these two values so that you will get the answers, and after that you need to add and to divide. This is the process to find the mean by using the direct method. Now the second method, which is the assumed mean method. Let us consider the same data. How do you find the mean? By using the assumed mean method. Let us write it here. By using the mean method, we got the result as 62 by using the direct method. Let us observe what is the value we will get by using the assumed mean method. Whether we will get the same answer or not, but we will get the same answer by all the three methods. What are those methods? Direct method, assumed mean method, and the last one is the step deviation method. Here, the step. What is the formula for the assumed mean method? By using which formula you can find it? Here I will write. By using the formula x bar is equal to a plus sigma Fi di by sigma Fi. By using this formula you can find the mean by using the assumed mean method. Here what are these terms? Here a is nothing but the assumed mean, and what is Fi? Fi is nothing but the frequency of the given class intervals. And what is di? Di is nothing but the deviation. You can find the deviation by using the formula xi minus a. Now you know all the terms. You can find the mean by using the assumed mean method. Here, why we are using this assumed mean method? We already calculated the mean by using the direct method by using the formula sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi. Then why we have this assumed mean method? Because here you can observe that this is the method of the we have calculated by using this direct method. Here you can observe that the values are very big here. If you multiply this one, you are getting the bigger values. For that reason, the calculation it will become harder if you use the direct method. For that reason, we can go for the assumed mean method to calculate the mean. Now, here what we need to do, we need to reduce these values. If you reduce these values, then it is very easier to calculate the mean. For that reason, we go for the assumed mean method. So, for the assumed mean method, there is no need to find the multiplication of Fi xi. Up to here, the same process. They have given the class intervals and the frequencies. You can calculate the xi, which is the class mark. And how do you find? By using the lower limit plus upper limit by 2. That means 10 plus 25 by 2, you will get 17.5. Similarly, 25 plus 40 by 2, you will get 32.5 like that. Now, what is our next step? You need to find the deviation in this one. Deviation which is nothing but xi minus a. Here what is a? Here the name itself says here, the assumed mean method itself says here you need to assume one mean. You can take any of these values, for the calculation always you will take the center value. Let us consider this value as a. You can take any value. This one you can take it as an a, or this one you can take it as an a. Anyone you can take it as an a. Now take this value as a. If you want to find the deviation, what we need to do? You need to subtract xi minus a. So here this is x1. If you want to find this value, you need to subtract x1 minus a. If you want to find this value, x2 minus a. Similarly, this is x3 minus a, x4 minus a, x5 minus a, and x6 minus. Like that, you need to find. Now, subtract x1 minus a. How do you do this one? You need to subtract these two values, which is 17.5 minus 47.5. You know that if one is positive and the other is negative, you need to subtract those values. So, what you will get here? 47.5 minus 17.5. If you are subtracting this one, you will get 0 and 0 and 3. For the bigger number, which sign is there? Minus. So, you will get here minus 30. Similarly, you need to subtract these two values. If you subtract these values, what you will get here? Subtract those two, which is 32.5 minus 47.5. So, here minus 47.5, 32.5. If you subtract, what you will get here? 7 minus 2, which is 5. 1 for the bigger number, minus symbol is there. So, you will get here minus 15. Similarly, what is the next step? You need to subtract here 47.5 minus 47.5. You will get here 0. And after that, you need to subtract these two values, which is 62.5 minus 47.5. After doing this one, you will get 15. And after that, again 77.5 minus 47.5. If you calculate, you will get 30. And after that, 92.5 minus 47.5. If you calculate, you will get 45. Here you can observe that before method, we have multiplied these two values so that you are getting a bigger value. Now what we have done? We have took one assumed mean so that we reduce all these values very smaller number. Right? Now you can easily multiply these two values. Before method, we have multiplied these two values. So it took some time to calculate those values. Here we are reducing the time by finding the assumed mean. If you are taking the assumed mean, we are reducing these values to the smaller number. Now it is very easy to find it. So what is our next step? Now we have found di, and now we have to find fi di. What is meant by fi di? Nothing but multiplying the frequency and the deviation. Fi di is nothing but fi into di. So here what are fi is given 2 and what are ds we got it here 30. Now multiply these two values. What will get? 2 into 30, which is minus 60, and after that here 3 into 15, which is minus 45, and after that 7 into 0, which is 0, and after that 15 into 6. What is the value of 15 into 6? Which is nothing but 90, right? Now, and after that 6 into 30 into 6. What you will get here? 180. And similarly 45 into 6. What is the value of 45 into 6? You know that 6 5s are 30. 0 3 6 4s are 24. 25 26 27. You will get here 270. These are the values we got it here. Now what we need to do? First what we have done? We have found the class marks, and after that we have reduced these values by taking the assumed mean. How we have reduced? Just we have subtracted this value from this value, xi minus a or x2 minus a, x3 minus a, like that. And after reducing these values, you need to find the value of fi di, which is nothing but this value into this value. Now what we need to do? We need to add these values. So what is this indicate? Sigma fi di. We already discussed what is sigma of fi di is nothing but sum of fi di. Here already we calculated this value. How do you calculate this value? You can calculate this value by taking the sum of these values. What you will get here? will get here 105, and after subtracting you will get here 445. So you got this value as 445. Now here we have calculated FIDI, and after that we have calculated FI. Now what is the formula for finding the mean using the assumed mean method, which is x bar is equal to A plus sigma FIDI by sigma of Fi. Now by using this formula you can calculate the mean. Now what is A, which is nothing but 47.5 we have assumed, and after that how much you got it as 445, and after that what is sigma of Fi, which is 30. Here you can observe that these two numbers will get cancelled by 5. So you get here 5 6 are 30, and after that here 5 8 are 40, 5 9 are 45. Right? Now you can calculate here 89 by 6. What is the value of 89 by 6? So you get here 6 1s are 6, 6 1s are 6, and after that here 2 will remain, 6 4s are 24, and 5 will be there, 50, 6 7s are 48. You will get here 14.7, and after adding these two values, how much you will get? 7 plus 5, which is 12, 2 1, here 7, 8 9 10 11 12, you will get here 1 4 5 6. You got here 62.2. Here you can observe that approximately you will get the same value here. By using the direct method you will get 62, and by the assumed mean method you got the value which is 62.2. You can write 62.2 as 62 also, because after 62 to 62.5 you can take it as 63. Now in this session what we have discussed? We have discussed about the direct method and the assumed mean method. Again, what it states here, what the direct method says, you can find by using the formula sigma of Fi xi by sigma of Fi. This is by using the direct method. And assumed mean method, you can use the formula which is A plus sigma of Fi di by sigma of Fi. Here, what is Fi is nothing but frequency, and what is Si is nothing but class mark. You can find the class mark by using the formula upper limit plus lower limit by 2. By using this formula, you can calculate the Xi